Chair now recognizes Mr. Walkinshaw from Virginia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Governor, would you agree that fraud is not a victimless crime?
I would agree with that. It is not a victimless crime.
Thank you. And it's my understanding that in Minnesota, you as governor, you do not have the unilateral power to pardon those convicted of state crimes, but you and Mr. Ellison and I think one other person sit on a panel that can issue pardons. Is that correct?
Yes, with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Thank you. In your time on that panel, can you recall ever pardoning an individual convicted of fraud?
I can't recall. I can't state either way.
Okay. Mr. Ellison, any recollection of that?
It's possible. I don't recall it, though.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's true in Minnesota, but at the federal level, if a convicted fraudster is pardoned, that pardon can wipe out their obligation to pay restitution to the victims. Are any of our witnesses familiar with this individual? I know you're far away. His name is Jason Galanis. Sound familiar?
I am not, Congressman.
Jason Galanis, according to the federal judge who sentenced him to 15 years in prison, is a serial fraudster and a con man who defrauded a pension fund in a Native American tribe of $80 million. I'll put it in simpler terms. He stole money from retirees. Do any of our witnesses know what federal prison Mr. Galanis is being held in?
I do not, Congressman.
He's not, because President Trump, our fraudster-in-chief, the namesake of the fraudulent Trump University, the fraudulent Trump Foundation, the fraudulent Trump Organization, pardoned him and relieved him of the requirement to pay restitution to his victims. A member of this committee, Mr. Jordan, recommended to President Trump that he be pardoned. Any of our witnesses familiar with this individual? His name is Jeremy Hutchinson.
I am not, Congressman.
Mr. Hutchinson is a former Arkansas state senator, Republican, convicted of a multi-million-dollar public corruption scheme, embezzlement, bribes, illegal campaign contributions, conspiracy to commit bribery. Mr. Homan might know something about that, for passing legislation that benefited an orthodontist who was paying him off. President Trump's Department of Justice in his first term prosecuted him. A judge sentenced him to 8 years in prison and ordered him to pay $355,000 in restitution to his victims. Any of our witnesses know where Mr. Hutchinson is serving that sentence today?
I have a guess.
I have a guess, too.
He's not serving a sentence because President Trump pardoned him, relieving him of his restitution obligation. A corrupt politician, prosecuted by Trump's Justice Department in the first term, pardoned by Trump in this term. Trump has pardoned fraudster after fraudster, denying victims, we talked about victims, taxpayers, senior citizens, children, the restitution they deserve. $1.3 billion. That's the total that Trump's pardoned fraudsters have been relieved of paying their victims. The chairman called this hearing because he's concerned about fraud, about accountability. I share those concerns. But where is the hearing on the $1.3 billion Trump has relieved his pardoned fraudsters from paying their victims? Did those victims get a voice in this Congress? There's a lot of outrage today. Raised voices on both sides. Will we raise our voices on behalf of those who have been victimized by President Trump's pardoned fraudsters? Governor Walz, what signal would it send if you and Attorney General Ellison and the judge who sit on this panel were to pardon some of the fraudsters who have committed this fraud in Minnesota? What signal would that send? What impact could that have?
Congressman, I believe it would send a signal that we don't take it seriously, because you have to put these people in jail and they have to serve their lengthy sentences and they have to do restitution.
And just hypothetically here, if you were to pardon one of those individuals, how would you explain it to the victims of that fraud, the taxpayers across the country, those individuals who didn't get access to the social services they need because the money was stolen? How would you explain it to them?
I don't believe I could.
I don't think you could either.
May I share,
Please.
Congressman, that generally when people get any kind of a pardon in Minnesota, they've done all their sentence. And Governor Walz is very careful to say, have you paid every penny you owe people?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we do pardons in Minnesota.
Well, these folks have not paid their pennies, $1.3 billion worth of pennies.